Well, the most ruthless people that you run into are going to be people that are just focused and not necessarily taking your life into consideration while they're taking theirs. So it's like the district attorney's office that she wants the conviction so she can move up and her career can be good. She'll give you 100 years. And you look and you go, why so much? Like, why you had to do that? And it was like, what? You did it. In her mind, is her doing her job and her moving up to the next level, and she'll just knock you over. You just become collateral damage, you know? And there's more ruthless people in the business world than in the street.
Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is pretty much Iran is plotting to take Trump out. Now, this is just some news that's come across my table. Now, to a lot of you guys that may or may not know, I am a follower of Valuetainment. I am a big, watcher of the brother Patrick. He's awesome. He's a cool guy, but the fact that he's come across this intelligence makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you guys can remember this or not, but back in 2020, there was a U.S. drone strike that caused the life of General, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly, Qasem Soleimani. And he was a powerful Iranian commander, a legend, so to speak. And from what I've heard about him in the past, Obama and many other U.S. Officials made a deal with him, and they negotiated with him a lot. Now, from what I've been reading about him, his regime, they were saying that he was a very powerful military figure in the Middle East, and that it was believed that he was conspiring with the Russian military in an intervention in Syria, teaming up with militia groups. But apparently he was killed in a drone strike near Baghdad airport in January of 2020. Now, I remember when this took place, and there were so many political figures that said we had nothing to do with this. We didn't approve it, saying that Trump acted on his own outside the House, the approval of the House, that it was something that he did on his own. I even heard that there was a lot of blowback because it was just a situation that was big. And I don't know if you guys can remember this, but I remember them putting a $100 million hit on Trump's head while he was still the president in office. So this is something that we've all heard about from what I remember. And it was even on January the 7th of 2021, the Iranian judiciary issued a warrant for Trump's arrest in connection to the murder of the Iranian commander. So I remember that too. I remember them issuing out a warrant for him. But apparently, according to some recent reports that have been coming in, they still plan to get revenge on Trump for what went down with that commander. So, of course, Trump's going to have to be extremely careful and put together. Let me tell you how the game of war works. Let me tell you how the world works. The world works in power. All right? The world works in power. Trump, from what I gather information about his perspective of this situation, he looked at the guy as he was corrupt, he was doing whatever he wanted to do, and that the majority of the politicians were just, doing whatever. They were not even trying to stop him. And Trump said, I put it upon himself to stop the guy. Now, for a lot of people over there in Iran, this man is a hero. And basically they're saying he died wrong. He should have never have died that way. For a country to issue and put a $100 million bounty or $80 million bounty on a sitting president's head, even to go as far as to issue a warrant for him, and now saying that they're thinking about potentially taking him out, coming for him, that says a lot. So when it comes down to it, the world works in different ways. The world works in power. And you guys got to be very careful. See, the thing is, let's be real. If Trump goes up for presidency in 2024, Trump's winning. Okay, let's just be honest. The Biden administration, and I'm not taking sides. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm neither one. I'm not a conservative either. I'm just me. Basically, when it comes down to it, if Trump runs up against Biden, Trump's going to win next term. Now, let me tell you how power works. You remember when Trump was in office, Fox was pro-Trump. You had pro-Trump people. You had people that were out there they were either for Trump or against Trump. And a lot of people were just trying to do their thing. When it comes down to it, CNN and everybody wanted Trump out of office. A lot of people in positions of power wanted him out of office. And he is out of office. Biden took over. Biden's administration won. He won the vote. However, with that being said, Trump thinking he's going to get back in office or getting ready to work, for them to put out there that, okay, guess what? Iran still wants to come after him. Iran still wants to get at Trump. That says a lot. That means that you never know who's really trying to come after this man. You never know who really is trying to make moves on this man. And even though someone got this news to put it out there for people to know about, I mean, that says a lot as well. So you got to be super duper careful about that. All I know is when it comes down to it is that for this to be brought back up out of nowhere, like for it to pop up out of nowhere, then that means someone got some intelligence on this. So when it comes down to it, just keep an eye on everything. Keep an eye on what's going on with Trump, because Trump consistently stays in the news. Of course, Iran was eventually going to come back up sooner or later. I knew one day it was going to come up because I knew personally, from my research and from what I can see, Iran was not going to let this situation with Trump go. But at the same time, Trump is a former president. He is also a United States citizen. He made a call as a leader. And when it comes down to it, as far as I am aware, the United States will not let nothing happen to Trump. And you never know. Like, once again, me personally, I'll tell you guys, I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican, not a conservative, not a Trump supporter. I'm balanced. I'm in between. I watch everything that people do, and I pretty much just watch how everything goes. I see how power moves. We all see how power moves. All I know is when it comes down to it, just keep watching and seeing how things play out, because you never know what's going to happen. You never really know what's going to happen. So let's just sit back and let's just sit down and watch. Hey, how you doing?